Your brain is biologically programmed to choose the path of least resistance, treating every difficult task as a direct threat to your survival. But the ancient masters of the East discovered a psychological gateway, one that transforms the mud of daily struggle into the energy required to bloom. In the 12th century, Japan was filled with warriors seeking honor. Among them was a warrior monk named Benkei. He became famous for challenging nearly everyone who crossed his path. His strength was unmatched, but his impulses controlled him. Until he met a calm young samurai named Minamoto no Yoshitsune. After suffering a humbling defeat, Benkei made an unexpected choice. He didn't cling to his pride. He pledged his loyalty instead. From that day forward, his life completely changed. Through freezing winters, empty stomachs, and countless battles, he discovered a truth that modern science is only beginning to understand. Greatness isn't built by avoiding discomfort. It is built by walking directly through it. This is the foundation of the Lotus Method.
The first stage begins with a seed buried deep beneath the mud. In Tibetan philosophy, this stage is called resist, the practice of enduring patience. A seed doesn't fear the darkness simply because it cannot see the light. Instead, it adapts. Most people abandon difficult goals because they expect progress to feel comfortable. But the moment they encounter resistance, their brain interprets discomfort as a warning to stop. The samurai understood something different. Difficulty wasn't a sign to turn back. It was the natural beginning of every meaningful journey. Today, neuroscience describes this as psychological flexibility, the ability to experience discomfort without allowing it to control your next decision. So the next time you feel the urge to quit, don't fight the feeling. Practice resist. Sit with the resistance. Take one slow breath. Recognize that the discomfort you're feeling is simply the mud required for growth. This is your seed phase, the place where resilience quietly begins.
As the lotus begins its journey toward the light, it grows in only one direction. The samurai called this posture. Your posture, your stance, your intention. They understood that a warrior who carries himself with defeat has already lost the battle, long before any sword is drawn. Today, psychology describes a similar principle. It's called embodied cognition. The way you hold your body shapes the way you hold your mind. You cannot think like a master while your body is retreating from the challenge. So before you begin any difficult task, pause, shift your shisei, lift your spine, relax your shoulders, set your jaw with quiet determination. Then move with deliberate intention. Because when you carry yourself like someone who has already succeeded, your mind slowly begins to believe it.
As the lotus approaches the surface, it begins to reflect the light above, while remaining rooted in the mud below. This is kanso, the practice of seeing yourself with complete honesty. The samurai did not depend on confidence alone. They depended on constant reflection, not to feed their ego, but to reveal the truth. Every day became evidence, not of perfection, but of progress. Modern psychology reaches a similar conclusion. Regular self-reflection strengthens both motivation and resilience. Because your brain remembers what it can measure. It needs proof that your effort is changing you, so keep track of your victories, especially the small ones. At the end of each week, pause and look back at the ground you've already crossed. You begin to realize the mud that once stopped you has become the path beneath your feet, and the next obstacle no longer looks like a wall. It looks like the next step forward.
The final stage is called kaka, the moment the lotus finally blooms. For the samurai, this was true transformation. Discipline was no longer something they practiced. It became who they were. But this is not a finish line. Transformation is built through quiet repetition. Every choice, every habit, every step. Modern neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity. Your brain is constantly reshaping itself according to what you repeatedly do. Each time you choose the harder path, you strengthen the person you are becoming, until one day, what once felt difficult simply becomes natural. Just as the lotus blooms only because it first grew through the mud, your greatest strengths are born from the challenges you refuse to avoid. Choose one meaningful challenge each day, not to punish yourself, but to shape your identity. Remember, the discomfort you feel today is not your enemy. You may be standing in the mud, but you do not belong to the mud. Growth and comfort rarely exist together. The strongest people are not those who never struggle. They are the ones who quietly choose to face it again and again. So when life places another muddy path before you, don't search for an easier road. Become the lotus and begin your climb today.